17th of February, new moon in Aquarius, and also solar eclipse in Aquarius. This one is meaningful. And if you are not new here, you know that I'm very much against calling every single new moon, full moon eclipse the biggest astrological event of the year. But let's be real, this new moon, it is a big deal. This is your astrology reading without the jargon. I will just dive into essence of what is important and how to practically work with this energy. If you are new here, welcome. I'm Yoshi. I'm a holistic astrologer, and my biggest mission is to empower you to live the most true version of yourself. Okay, let's begin. This lunation is affected by Uranus. New moon and sun are making square to Uranus, and we could sense it because of this urgency to do something new, to do something important to us, or maybe because of some issues with technology, with phones, laptops, maybe internet. And it's kind of a test to see if we can manage our energy in the most aligned way which is aligned to our higher vision. If you experience, I would not even say those few days before, but a day before or during new moon, some really, I would say, outrageous tension, which is related to what you see as your ideal future, and you made the choice of not going into emotions, because new moon in Aquarius, let's be real, it's never asking us to go into drama mode. Is opposite zodiac sign to Leo and doesn't like too much emotions, but what likes is to very clear, observant, and then follow what's truly important. I wanted to start from this aspect, and how I said, it's an astrology without the jargon. I will be not talking much about squares, conjunctions, those things. I wanted to start from it because myself, I was sure I will be not able to record this video because I had obstacle after obstacle. But you know what? This new moon is happening on 28th degree of Aquarius. This is kind of final chapter of the longer story. And if you would read inner degrees, that's very interesting perspective on astrology. Inner degrees, you would see that 28th and 29th degrees in Aquarius are asking to follow the new pattern of behavior. To do something, not automatically, not because it's the part of the routine, but do something because we created a new pattern of behavior, still new, and we need to do it with our heart. We need to do it with some type of positive passion in us. Then if you experience something similar, those obstacles, those like difficult, and you decided that you will not go into old, you will continue something new, congratulations. That's the choice we need. With this new moon, we have many supportive aspects, and it makes me actually really glad because every time when we have some type of big astrological events, they can be extremely challenging, or they can give us some option to receive blessings. And I would say, this new moon is more about blessings. Where is the challenge? Because I like to talk about challenges. You might not feel worthy. You might not feel worthy of some beautiful opportunities, connections which are coming to your life right now. Because of the Chiron, which is kind of involved here. And Chiron is always touching our very soft spots, those things which we will not want to talk about. And that much, how much I don't like to talk about like predictions, but this time I will a little bit. With Saturn and Neptune, few days before this new moon, you could experience some very intense dreams, or maybe some moments during meditation, or being in like altered state of mind, when you had some very clear idea about something, some type of enlightenment experience. But here's the tricky part. If that was something not really pleasant, if the dream was very, upsetting, it's very possible that Chiron was playing a role here and was touching your soft spot, was putting in front of you what still needs some type of attention or needs to maybe let go. That depends how deep is this story for you. But if you had those moments when you felt really unworthy, or you felt that the connections with people are not that stable, or I think it's more about your identity actually, because this is the Aries influence, which would be your identity, or how worthy you are, if you are recognized by others, if your body works the way you wish it to work. If you had those moments when with all clarity you felt like something is wrong, like, don't go too much into this version of the story that is not wrong, but go into being gentle with yourself and giving yourself attention in this aspect. This unworthiness might be also happening during new moon or a bit later, because of the beautiful things which are happening. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a bit twisted. We are hoping for something, a new career direction, contact with someone. I'm talking about job and work, work and relationships, but it could be also about the group of people, friendship, vision which you share with others. Something possibly came or is coming to fruition, and you might feel, I'm not ready, it's not for me, I cannot do it. No, you actually can. And I think I said it plenty of times in the previous videos, because that's a bigger, longer story which began a few years ago, 6, maybe even 10 years ago. You started a process of learning something or unlearning something. It could be about your healthy habits, it could be about an actual skill, it could be about feeling more confident, or you were doing something and thanks to it you started to feel more confident, and now you see that is kind of paying off. Not necessarily with money yet, it's not that, it's more about the vision, connections, and those genius ideas. The money will come, it's like slowly but surely. And even though that you were dreaming about those options, now when they are here, or it's a possibility that they will be here, because you just need to make one more step, one email, one maybe video, one something, you need to open yourself to invite those opportunities. You might feel like, I had enough, I think it will never work, I think those dreams were just dreams and I just need to come back to the reality, which is this is a tricky part of last degrees of every zodiac sign. We are not being tested by universe, but we are kind of testing ourselves. Am I really committed to what's important to me, or to the version of myself, how I said, Chiron, identity, also Saturn, Neptune in Aries, so much about who we think we are. Am I really committed to the journey I had chosen long time ago, or I'm like trying to give up because it's... I hope you know the answer. It's not the time to give up. It's not the time also to go into old stories too much. Of course, if something came to you, stay with it. Like I always say, give it space, sit with it, don't try to change it, just stay with the feeling. But don't repeat the old story that people are always treating you this way, or opportunities always coming and then you cannot take the next step. Don't. It's also quite a big deal related to our family and our roots. And here, because of the Jupiter in Cancer, and generally speaking, Jupiter is a lucky planet, beautiful influence, optimistic, but can create some bigger attention, I would say. I'm not sure if it's the correct how I want to explain it, but I hope you get it. You might be a bit too concerned about your roots, about from where you are coming from, or like the way your family is doing something, and because of that you might limit yourself, or you might feel sorry for yourself. It's also not time to do it. But this is just the version of Jupiter in Cancer. If we will tune into this, again, victimhood, that's the 2025 word of the year for me. No more victimhood. If we will tune into it, it's fine. We're supposed to, if that already happened, but let's not continue. With this new moon, we might also see that we are being connected to new type of people. And I would say not really romantic. It's not so romantic, this new moon, because, you know, Aquarius is collective, friendship, groups of people. If you are connected days before, days after, to some different type of crowd, and you see, oh wow, actually, this is quite cool. We have some things in common which I would never expect. Or maybe you feel that I'm not there yet, but I wish to be. And because of connections with those people, it will be easier. Then just remember this feeling, because it's here now. And then maybe this type of event, maybe you went for a retreat, maybe you went for some type of traveling experience, but a different one than usually. Just remember what was the part of the future you would like to see related to this those group of people. And it might be also a very different story. Maybe you connect to group of people because of some higher important causes, to create strong, how to name it, to fight for those one who cannot do it, to share the voice with others who know that we need to stand, and I believe you get what I mean. If you feel connection to those people, that's also very, very Aquarian theme right now. If I'm thinking about one practical guidance, one thing which you could do for yourself is to learn how to observe. Of course, we are having this moment when we're supposed to do this one extra thing. But then let's not try to be too obsessive about what is happening later. If you need to send this email, or finally to this call, remind someone that, I'm supposed to have a reply from you because I'm waiting for after this interview, like, I'm here, remember, then just leave it. Because Aquarius' superpower is that can see things from the distance and be a bit detached. And because of being detached, can understand way more about the actual situation, not only about yourself, but about the actual situation. And if you can focus on other things than just waiting, controlling, trying to do extra, that's the best thing. you can do right now. And if somehow this eclipse or this maybe Uranus will bring you more surprises, more unexpected events that you were hoping it will, then still observing and kind of like calculating what's really going on, that's the best way. And I'm not talking about detachment from your body, then you just what's the word, depersonalization, the realization when you are not in your body, and it's like if you know about depersonalization, I used to experience it for quite a long time. It's not fun. It's a very different thing than observing, than being transparent, transcendent. Being transcendent, it's something which we can maybe experience first time during this new moon, because this energy is kind of electric, kind of from the future, and wants us to see that we can create our story in different way. And we already know it. I'm not saying, oh, you're ready for change. You know it. The change is already here. It's not like, no. Now is the kind of first chapter of the new one. Okay. I think that's everything for today. See you next time.